Hello there. Welcome to an impromptu live stream. Um we're going to talk about some more on it tonight with bricks, creation and collectibles and Star Wars Gazer on we've made some changes to Nerd Gazer. Obviously, we're including brick creations now, but we will do the name reveal later tonight. I believe we're going live at 7. Hello there, Galactic Cantina. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and share my screen. Did it pop up? I don't know. My shit's lagging the fuck out. Okay. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. It's not wanting to share my. What is going on? Okay. I don't know what the actual fuck is going on with StreamYards. The shit wants to freeze and lag out every 2 seconds. Cantina talk. So let's try get this picture in picture, present, share screen, get you to like actually pop up on screen. Okay, so it finally swapped over to the tab. Looks like okay. So James Mangold's Star Wars movie is set 25,000 years before the Phantom Menace, so that it's not handcuffed by lore. KK is going after my PC because of my title. Oh, that was funny. But I genuinely don't what the fuck? Did anybody else see my screen like start moving by itself? But I get that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want some like great ancestor of fucking Kenobi showing up. I don't need Conehead's fucking birthday being changed for a second time. I don't need him showing up. I don't know. It's a very thin fucking line. And I am on the side of I do not like this. I mean, anybody who's seen the Roger Christensen video, the dude is like George. He is George. Dude worked with George. He still talks to George. He's basically Dave. He's like the prototype Dave. After talking to him, that's the best way I can put it. He says the main thing about Star Wars is sticking to the story and the lore. Now, my first thought when I see this right here, Brick Creations, what up? What up? Let's see if it'll, okay. Computer's still somewhat lagging out, probably because of Kathleen Kennedy. But my first thought when I first read this is they're going to change the Force again. They're going to change how Jedis work. They're going to change everything because they don't want to stick to the lore. They don't want to stick to the story. And I mean, I get it's 25,000 years before the Phantom Menace, which is a lot better than what the previous show tried to do. But it still needs to flow, especially if this is going to be like the Dawn of the Jedi movie. Bro. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's like a Dawn of the Jedi, either Legends or canon book, or I think it might be like I Jedi or something like that. I don't know. I'm not completely up to date on my Star Wars books lore, but I would think that something called Dawn of the Jedi would, you know, I don't know. I'm not very versed or I guess knowledgeable in really anything other than the prequels and some of the original trilogy. I still like there's still comics and stuff that are coming out that I've never read and probably will never read. But I don't know. It's got to flow and it's got to lead up to like changes within the Jedi Order. The way don't start it all. I don't know. I want it to be good, but at the same time, let's stay here. I just want to make sure that my screen and stuff. All I have to say is they have EU books with the Jedi that were perfect. Dude, all the Legends books that I've read so far are perfect. And it honestly just doesn't make sense to me that they would change stuff or that they just flat out don't use it. I genuinely don't get it. It's kind of ridiculous. He's probably gonna change or remove the Radican Empire. I have no idea what the fuck that is. I'm gonna look that up on my phone so that way my computer don't uh lag out. My phone's lagging out because I got the Sopranos pulled up on it. And for some reason, my phone likes to lag the hell out when HBO Max is on like the mini player. The Radican Empire, Star Wars. Wait, what? Okay, so this is. Hold on, I'm on Wikipedia. I might be on the wrong tab. I was okay. Yeah, I was on the canon tab. The canon tab fucking said that they started in 19 BBY, which is weird. Why the fuck would they? Okay, I don't understand that. Date established well before 36,453 BBY. Date dissolved 25 200 BBY. I'm gonna have to read up on that. That's gonna come on. Which I don't know why, especially when Pablo included the name drop in Andor. I've never seen Andor. What did he name drop? Well, I've seen Andor. I got 6 episodes in and I turned it off because I fell asleep through every episode. And yeah. Oop. You're Pop the Bounty Collector. How you doing, Ricky? Geez, 25,000 years. Yes, sir. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Do what? What's that got to do with anything? What the fuck is what? Bro, I genuinely think that Kathleen Kennedy is like coming after me because my phone just started playing fucking random shit right now. This is crazy. Ricky saying, "What up to everybody? How's everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday? Everyone hitting that like? Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. You're the Jedi Order books were good. They literally, bro, bro. I'm worried about Dave's Heir to the Empire story because they could just adapt that. They could have just adapted Plagueis for the Acolyte. They could have literally just adapted anything for anything, and they fucking refuse to. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Bane found. Oh shoot, the Radican Empire was name dropped. Oh, they were name dropped in Andor. Okay, heck yeah. Holy shit! Shout out to all 7 of you guys in here. What up, chat? What up, pops? Star Wars gazer in the building. We pretty much got the whole crew for the nerd gazer later on tonight. Jedi is different than. Yeah, see, I've seen it spelt like that, but I kind of figured that over time that they were just like, bro, this is stupid. We're just gonna be JEDI. I know it is heir to the empire, but like I don't want to be, just take this, take this and adapt it. I don't necessarily need Mando and Ahsoka and everybody else thrown in there, like I don't know. I would love to see it, and I feel like that Heir to the Empire Dave's movie would be like the first time Luke and Ahsoka meet. I would love to see that, but at the same time, I don't know. After listening to these Legends novels, I kind of don't want anything changed. The Jedi was a race. Oh, so basically like how the Sith were like an actual race at some point. Because I started the Revan novel and I remember them talking about some dude who was like one of the last pure-blooded Sith, but he wasn't necessarily like strong in the Force or something like that. I don't know. I listened to like 50 books at the same time, so like my information could end up crossing over with different ones. But back to this. James Mangold, who picked up a Directors Guild of America nomination for a complete unknown. Let me make sure that I'm not fucking frozen. Okay. For a complete unknown, recently told MovieWeb that his upcoming Star Wars movie is deliberately set thousands of years before any other movie in the long franchise, so he doesn't have to deal with the canon and can thus avoid angering fans. Bro, they say this all the time, and I don't believe it. I genuinely don't believe it. I think that they are just out here to anger the fans. I've been saying I want them to break away from the Skywalker saga because I don't want them to change anything else. But I don't like I said, I could just be talking out of my ass because I don't necessarily know the whole history of like the start of the Jedi race. Like I just found out that Jedi were like a race. But I don't know. I feel like it needs to. When I hear that they don't want to stick to lore and canon, I think of in-universe lore and stuff like that. Like how I understand there's different interpretations of the Force, but like how the Acolyte tried to make the Force the thread. I don't know. I kind of just about over Disney's stuff. But then I get like cool potential leaks that could happen. But I don't want to get myself hyped up for them because then I'm just going to be disappointed when it drops. Yep, forgot where I read it, but Sith used to be a race. I've heard that in multiple lore videos. I want to say Retney's holocron. We just need to take over Theory and Tony as presidents. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous to me that the fans like Skywalker stories on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen his videos, go watch them. It's freaking Everest production with the Plagueis movie duel movie. Bro, come on. Cam the movie man did a Jedi fan film and filmed on actual locations, and it looked amazing. You guys can watch my reaction. Probably still, I hope so, but if anything, I'll link it in the description later. But the music was great, the shots were great, everything was great about it. And I mean, dude, there was that dude who redid Rey's backflip over Kylo Ren's ship. He redid that in like what, a week? It's just crazy to me, you know? Freaking I don't know. I genuinely do not know what's up with Disney. I don't know why they continue to get these people that it just seems like James doesn't care. It seems like Disney doesn't care to me. Oh God, what happened? Hold on. Okay. It kind of lagged out and freaked out on me again. Yeah, it was like $100. You're freaking insane. And the acolyte had 200 and what, $45 million after and like taxes and all that shit or whatever it was after the real report came out. And the speeder bikes didn't even it looked like PS1 graphics. That's all I've got to say about that. Come on, bring it up. Disney's spending millions for bad projects. Just feels like money laundering. Bro, somebody's got some blackmail on somebody at Disney. Nobody's gonna convince me otherwise of that. Same with the yeah, dude. Didn't Batgirl and I remember there's this dude. I don't know if everybody's heard of him, but every time I go to his live streams and watch his videos, bro's got like hundreds or like thousands of people in his live streams and has the fucking he makes great content. 3C Films. I remember I was watching him like heavily a few 2 years whenever they were doing like some Looney Tunes movie and they made like a bunch of other movies like Batgirl and just a bunch of other ones and they canceled them and they made them for tax purposes. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a finance guy. Fucking, you put $100 in front of me, I'm spending it on cards or lightsabers or something. Even though you're not getting a lightsaber for $100, but I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Something's going on there, especially like with the acolyte, 200 and what 30 to $40 million, and it looked as bad as it did. The writing was terrible. The acting was I have to give credit where credit's due. Soul and Chimere. I can't remember. I know Manny Jacinto played Chimere, but I'm drawing a blank on player 456's actual name. The dude from Squid Games. Ooh, wrong one. Wrong one. Cantina hit the nail on the head. Yeah, for a tax write-off. I don't know how you can have Brendan Fraser the bro. Wait, I didn't know Brendan was the villain. Wait, was Brendan? Are you talking about Looney Tunes or Batgirl? Yeah, the acolyte was just a tax write-off. Oh my god. All right, so I mean, I guess James is looking to explore areas we haven't seen, but at the same time, I don't know. Mangold told IO9 last year, shortly after his involvement in a Star Wars movie was revealed, that his project was centered around the origins of the Force and how it was understood, wielded, and harnessed, with a vibe similar to biblical epics such as the Ten Commandments. He then said he was not interested in holding so much lore in the air that you can hardly tell a story. Sorry, I'm not fancy. I don't have 2 to 3 screens like some of you guys, so I'm going between tabs. Lucasfilm has not provided any updates on Mangold's Star Wars movie outside of his involvement behind the camera, while Mangold is an Oscar contender. Okay. Revealed in 2023 ahead of the release of the 5th Indiana Jones adventure, he said bluntly that he was not interested in crafting any spin-offs from the movie because the amount of lore and Easter eggs and fan service starts to become I'm gonna say anti-ethical to any of this stuff at a certain point isn't storytelling anymore. It's large scale advertising. Okay, so he's basically just going on to talk about like the MCU and all that good stuff. Batgirl, yeah, he played Firefly, a vet that had his benefits taking. I mean, that's completely justifiable. I mean, that's not a villain in my eyes. But I guess, I mean, you jaywalk in Gotham, Batman's probably gonna break your freaking spine and just leave you there to freaking queaver and to die of shock. But he will kill you. Not following lore is just laziness, bro. Exactly. I mean, it's really just reading that him talking about wanting to focus on like the force and all that stuff. It makes me worried that he's gonna like. I mean, I know there's different eras of how like the Jedi interpreted the force. There's different ways of how people interpret the force. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying it has to be like prequels or sequel. Ha! No, no, fuck no, 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 no. It doesn't have to be like the prequels or the original trilogy, but I don't know. You can't just change stuff in universe like that. I mean, I guess you can. I don't know. It's it's something. Chris, what up? Laptop is freaking out again because Kathleen Kennedy is attacking me. Not much, my guy. But yeah, that pretty much. Come on, laptop, let's go. Good God. Okay. So I guess that pretty much does it for this. There's a couple more things that I wanted to talk about before or on Nerdgazer. So I'll save those for there. And then, of course, we're probably going to talk about the two subjects on that from there on Nerds Galore over on Star Wars Gazer's channel. Let me. I did say that I would do a Q&A video while I'm talking about my Star Wars story. But I think we'll go ahead and we'll do the Q&A now. And then we'll do another live stream either later tonight or tomorrow talking about the Shroud of Darkness, which is my Star Wars story. I put it up on YouTube and on Instagram. And we got one response from YouTube and a few from Instagram and we got one from YouTube. So the first one from Instagram comes from Darth Christensen 66. Do you believe the Mortis gods came from Peridia and that's why Balin was on the statues? I don't know. I feel like what's that Jedi series with Luke and Abeloth? That's like the Fate of the Jedi or something. Abeloth story. I'm pretty sure somebody's already put it in the That is a weird picture of Abeloth. That is okay. It's like cosmic being. Well, I think Abeloth is that. Abeloth books. Fate of the Jedi. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, damn. I kind of. Oh. I was about to say, I forgot what the hell I was talking about. But I feel like I need to read more of those because isn't Abeloth supposed to be like the mother or something? And that's kind of like what everybody's thinking that they're heading towards with Ahsoka season 2. But I don't think it's probably a pathway, but I feel was it Mortis like its own thing and not and Peridia is like its own galaxy? Could Mortis be considered a different galaxy? Because it's been a while since I've seen the arc, but I do remember that at the end they they exit out of Mortis and it had been a while for them there, like multiple days or weeks or something. And Rex was like, "What are you talking about, dude? We've been here for like 5 minutes." So I'm not sure. I'm not too up to date on the spiritual aspect of Star Wars, which Blow on Mandalore actually did a video talking about that. So I probably should go watch that video. Next one comes from Odin Skywalker, Darth Christensen on YouTube. Will Ashla lose her arm like Anakin did in her duel with Luke? So that one was pertaining to the Shroud of Darkness. For those of you who don't know, I'm basically kind of mixing, they're rewriting the sequels with mixing in some legends and like my knowledge of Luke. Like, so I've been working on this story for damn near like 2 to 3 years now. I did at least like 8 months of research on Legends Luke because literally all I knew was episode 4 through 6. I knew that he had kids eventually and he made a new Jedi Order, but I didn't know anything about him. So I spent months just listening to lore videos, reading freaking articles and the Wikipedia, and just I spent so much time, so I made sure that I got Luke's character right. Don't get me wrong, he still slips and falls, but it's not as bad as what Ryan Johnson did. Not at all. But there is a massive duel at the end where something goes down and Ashla may or may not be an honorary Skywalker because she may or may not lose a limb. Next one from Instagram comes from Cam the Movie Man, which I think he only needs 1 or 2 subs. Go subscribe to him, and then he'll have 300 subscribers. If you could have any job in the Star Wars universe, what would it be? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I generally, I would suck at being a bounty hunter. I'd probably join in on the cantina fights if I owned a cantina. Definitely don't want to work with Jabba in them. Um, don't necessarily trust the Empire or the fucking New Republic or even the the Republic. Hmm, that's I don't know. Chris Wikipedia. um, for shits and giggles, Cam, we're just gonna say that I would be the bus boy at Dex's Diner. This next one comes. Is this the? Yep, this is the last question. Last but certainly not least, comes from Mr. Pop the Bounty Collector. Mr. Ricky doesn't like to read chats. Uh, Star Wars man. I don't know. I went to go say a joke, but it didn't really work out. Why do you Star Wars? I'm assuming you meant why do I like Star Wars and why do I love Star Wars, but that's what he said. Why do you Star Wars? I Star Wars because It is a fantastic escape. You stay, but it's a fantastic escape from the bullshit reality that we live in. I I'll come home from work in a shit piss poor mood, throw on Clone Wars, one of the episodes, or the 2D Clone Wars, or one of the original 6 movies, and I forget all about it. The other day, I was down in the dumps and I went live and I watched Ahsoka episode 5, my favorite episode, and I forgot why I was upset that day. And then I went on to watch the final duel between Kenobi and Vader in Kenobi. Shit gets better and better every time. The Ahsoka episode 5, the Vader fight with Kenobi and Vader in episode 6 of Kenobi, and the ending of Mando episode 8, season 2. Easily my top 3 moments. It's it's just a great escape. Like, I literally wake up and I think Star Wars. I get on my phone and the first thing that pops up on any of my social media is Star Wars, like Figure Brian, or the dude who's constantly making the remaking the posters, or Tony Post, or Ricky Post, or Cantina Talk Post, or they're going live, or gaze. It just surrounds me. But that pretty much does it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and check back tonight where me, Gazer, and Brick Creations and Collectibles will be debuting the first new change, and there's some interesting stuff to talk about there. And then, of course, go check out Nerds Galore, 9:30 Central time, over on Star Wars Gazer's channel. Let me go ahead. We'll pull. No, that's not Banners. Banners is down here. We'll go ahead and pull a Mr. Gazer. You can go to Rebel Scum Art and Apparel and use code SWN00 or Star Wars Gazer for 15% off your entire order. They've also got rewards. You can subscribe to their subscription box, and you get a tea sent to you every month. You can use the discount codes on those. Ignore the Black Friday thing. Gazer still has not changed it. But you can go to saberspro.com and get a saber and use Gazer at checkout for 10% off your entire order. And you can also use my code SWN00 at Sabers Pro for 10% off. So go buy a saber, be a neighbor, like Rossi and Tony always say. What? 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 Why do I look like I'm fighting for the South? What do you mean? You talking about like the beard and shit? I mean, like, this is the closest thing I have to a flag in my room. Ignore that laundry chair. But yeah, that Star Wars banner is like the closest thing I have to a flag. I definitely don't have no Confederate. Ricky, you live in the South. You know the North wins. Yeah, I'm very aware that they won, Ricky. See, even though I know a lot about Star Wars history, I do actually know actual US history too. Despite South Carolina being 52nd out of 50 states for education. In case y'all didn't get the joke. But I can't with the fucking I just reread Ricky and Chris's comments. Oh, is this what it feels like to get shenanigans pulled on me? Or is this what it feels like whenever me and Daisy would pull shenanigans on y'all, and just like every time I'd like throw random stuff in the chats, you guys are a bunch of game cocks. Joke's on you, Ricky. I don't even watch sports. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will catch you later. Peace.